Okay, kids, today we're going to start class number 1 and we're going to be talking about what is in your week number 1 of the book. In the week number 1 of the book, it talks about Earth is a wonderful place. We already read this in your awesome reader, and we have there 5 or 6 keywords. For example, chilling, that we say that it was very cold. Deforestation, when we cut the trees. Ecosystem is a habitat where animals, plants, and other organisms live with living things and non-living things. Inhabited, that a place has people or animals or organisms there. In the next one, it says roam. Roam is to walk around, to be around, to be there without a purpose, just existing there. Scavengers are animals that eat animals or corpses of animals that are already dead. Okay, and then they go like hyenas or vultures. In the first activity, we already answered it. This is like a review of what we had to do, and we had to put the words in the correct order and put them right there in the space. In the second part, we had to make descriptions of the ecosystems that we already did as well. In the third part, we talked about ecosystems, what we knew, what we wanted to know, and what we learned. And in the second part, we wrote our answers right there as well. Remember that this class is like it says right here in the bottom. It says 6B, Monday 20, and 6A, Tuesday 21. So this video is for those 2 days. In the next one, we talked about important points or important ideas or tasks about our ecosystems, the one that you selected. We have words right there again. Interaction is when 2 organisms have contact. Mild means warm, not too hot, not too cold. And shrubs. Shrubs are small bushes. Vulture is a scavenger, is exactly this one that is right here on the page. This one is a vulture. And a walrus is another animal as well, another living thing. Wet season, the season when it rains during the year. In the part number 2, it says return to the text looking for any information that you might see. We did this activity in class because all of you talked about an ecosystem that we wanted to know about. And we also answered this one, completing the information about the desert, the grassland, and the forest, or it says polar bear, sea, seal, Arctic fox. This was the tundra. Okay, just check that you have it answered. In the next one, we had a dialogue between animals. And we also, with 6B, I'm going to start in this one for food of the future. And we're going to be answering. Okay, here is, we have a track that it will be in your day 1. Class number 1, that is going to be how you're going to find it in your platform. It's going to be called class number 1, okay? And right there you will have the audio on page 24. I'm sorry, page 28. We will read this. I want you to listen to the audio before, so you know what we are going to answer, okay? And we're going to answer activity number 2. In this page 28, we have more keywords. Cockroach, we know that is an insect that lives in the houses and your moms don't like. It's small, it's really disgusting, and it's disgusting. Okay? Cringe. Cringe is when you have that feeling here of something that makes you contract your body. Okay, that is to cringe, to contract your body. Gross, when we say ew, yeah, that's gross. Object pronouns. You will also have a tutorial talking about pronouns. I will put it right there, okay? Object pronouns, we have me, you, him, her. Okay, check the tutorial there. Puke. Puke is when you vomit. And whom is to ask questions or to ask of who we are talking. To say, what person is this? That is whom. Okay? Now, on the next page, we have pronouns, like I told you. You already have this tutorial right there because I did the tutorial. It's on YouTube. I'll put you the link right there so you can see it. Okay? And we will answer activity number 3. In activity number 4, we are going to talk about people, objects, and other person. And we will make sentences with that information. Please try to do some before we have the class so we can check it. Check the example. For example, it says John, 4 apples, Mary. And we would make it in the future. It says in the example, will John give 4 apples to Mary? And the answer is yes, he will give them to her. We are substituting 4 apples with an object pronoun using them because it's plural. If we want to use it in singular, we're going to use it. If I make an example, instead of saying John, 4 apples, Mary, I can say John, 1 apple, Mary. Will John give 1 apple to Mary? Yes, he will give it to her. It is the object pronoun for singular objects, okay? What's your coolest outfit? Tell me here, what outfit do you like? Try to make a drawing or just write what you want, okay? What do you have at home? The invention of the sandwich. We all love to eat a sandwich. So we're going to read this. In the passage says, underline the subject of each phrase. So if we go to the first sentence, it says, they are so delicious and so easy to prepare. In this case, your subject is they. Okay, so I want you to underline they. Use your highlighter. Okay, in the next one it says, if you are really in a hurry, you can grab a loaf of bread and a couple of slices of ham and presto. In this one, if you are in a hurry, you will be, I'm sorry, here, you will be our subject, and also you over here, okay? So please underline the subject pronouns. In the second activity, we have, in each sentence, place a line between the subject, in each sentence, place a line between the subject performing the action and the action being performed. In the number 1, it says, I love sandwiches. If we separate it before the verb, we can say, I, line, love sandwiches. In the number 2, they are so delicious and so easy to prepare. What is our subject? It will be they. We make a line, and then we continue. Are so delicious, because are is the verb.